to mute the mic?
You ain't sent no invite. I don't got time to do it. Are you ready?
Yeah, I wanted to see the camera real quick. Cause I want to know it's in the right spot.
You good?
No, I wanted to see. I can't. Wanted to see what it looked like on camera.
Only way we gonna see it is like this way.
Huh?
Go ahead. You can grab my battery. I'm just messing with you. I'll just check this on YouTube.
What the heck?
Yeah, you going in, huh?
Yeah. What the heck he talking about?
Your mic's up.
He's oh slide. He's saying play. Psalm 75:1. Unto thee, O Yahweh, we give thanks. Unto thee we give thanks.
No, turn this to the center of
For
prayer.
that thy name is
Center
near,
of prayer.
thy wondrous works declare. Playing 7.83 hertz. And I don't know.
Center of prayer.
I can pick it up.
I just gotta thank my Lord. Yeah, my go ahead. I just gotta thank my I just gotta thank my The days go by quick like lifetime. You blink twice, you might miss your whole life. We sacrifice just so the kids might have it better than we did. Grow up with enough to give. Never thinking selfishly. Never know what you gon' need. Wish you can go back in time. All them bridges that you burnt, all them people that you hurt. I'm so fed up. The system set up to get me set up. Black man, hold your head up, yo. I know we had mic problems last time, family. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Hallelujah. All praise be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Come. All praise, all praise.
Check the sound. Oh, you got it. Check it. Right. Let's get started.
Check, 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 check. All right. Get this mic set up real quick, and we're gonna get started, man. We talking about the 12 tribes being abroad, man. We got some physical evidence and proof today of the 12 tribes being scattered abroad, right? Con. So is it working? Or is it good? Let me check on
Because
that.
the live just stopped.
Sound far away, huh? Turn it up.
This is as loud as it is.
Can y'all hear me online, family, or is it too low? Check, check, check. Hello?
Testing, 1, 2, testing.
Can y'all hear me online? Does it sound good? Just trying to check it out right now. Check, check. Sounds real low, doesn't it? It sounds okay? Alright. Alright, well, if it sounds good to y'all, then it sounds good to me.
Yeah, all praise.
Yeah. Go ahead. Actually, turn up that speaker just a little bit. The left knob. Just turn it to the right. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Come on. We're gonna go into some evidence of the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Yeah, that sounds better. Come on. Maybe so I can hear myself maybe.
Right.
Maybe a little bit better. It sounds so spacious. We gotta make it embedded into the.
Might have to project.
Check. Check. Just making sure we get on the sound, family. 1 second. Check. All right. All right. We'll leave it at that. Hold on, this sounds a little too loud. It's the feedback. You turn it down just a little bit slow. Just turn it down just a little bit. Oh wait. Okay, I think we got some here. Now it should be better.
Still gonna turn it down a little bit?
Yeah, turn it down just a little bit. Check.
Say it one more time.
Check. That's good right there. Check. That's way better. All right. Hallelujah. Come on. Where's my, all right. So we're going into the 12 tribes scattered abroad. The 12 tribes are worldwide. Welcome to another Wednesday Wisdom. All praise be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, Wednesday Wisdom is going into the wisdom. We know wisdom is the proper application of knowledge, right? So we giving out the knowledge, man, right? So you can apply it in your everyday life, right? So people kind of tend to think that the 12 tribes are in the U.S. only, right? The 12 tribes are in the U.S. only. The only people that's around me, that's the 12 tribes. But it's a lot more deeper than that. We were scattered everywhere. God, that echo is killing me. You don't hear that when it's going? You don't hear that? Maybe I'm tripping. My ears are too. All right. If the sound doesn't sound good, family, let us know. We'll fix it. All right. Come. So let's open up with the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. Right. Just a little LOZ tradition. Bringing out the scripture that's very pertinent to how LOZ feels. Right. So go ahead.
And whatsoever, this is the book of Colossians 3 and verse 17.
Uh-huh.
And whatsoever ye do in word or deed,
Mhm.
do all in the name of the Adonai Yahushua, giving thanks to the power and the Father by him.
So to the best of our abilities, our words and our deeds are gonna give thanks unto the Most High, right? So let's get Zephaniah 2 and 1, right? Zephaniah 2 and 1. Right? I got some proof, man. We got Jake's in Alaska set up just like Franklin Park.
Oh, man.
You gotta see this. Right? We got Jake's in Alaska set up just like the Brooklyn projects. Right? It's crazy. You know, so no matter where we go, Jake will bring that, you know, what they call niggerism. That's what I call it.
The ratchetness. How about that?
Yep. You got ratchetness, niggadoo.
Right.
You got all kind of stuff you can call it. You know, but we know what we talking about out here. Right? So, God, go ahead.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Gather yourselves together,
Mm-hmm.
yea, gather together, O nation, not desire.
So in order to be gathered together, we have to be separated. Right? We have to have been separated in order to be gathered together. Right? Go to James 1 and 1 real fast. James 1 and 1. James 1 and 1. Because this scattering was happened during the time of James. That's over 2,000 years ago. Right? Go ahead.
This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
James, a servant of the Most High,
Uh-huh.
and of the Adonai Hamashiach Yahushua,
Mm-hmm.
to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting.
So James is writing this to the 12 tribes that were scattered abroad, right? And this is before 1619, right? Before the transatlantic slave trade. So we've been scattered over a long period of time, right? That's how we got to the four corners of the earth, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 64. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And what's going on, Brother Richard Morantis, man? Good to see you. And we got the brother, I can't even pronounce your name, Shalom. You know, you brought in some good verses, right? You coming in on fire, I see you, right? Brother Coper Ridgix, right? Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong.
Right.
We got Sister Zakiah, good to see you. All praise be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, man. Tell that family member that's eating that pork chop right now, they got Wednesday wisdom going on, right? Tell that family member that's about to break the Shabbat this weekend that we got Wednesday wisdom going on, right? So come, read that.
So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64.
Mm-hmm.
And the Most High shall scatter thee among all people.
So the Most High said this is one of the curses in the Bible. This is prophecy, that he's going to scatter us among all the people. Go ahead.
From one end of the earth, even unto the other.
So you're going to be scattered from one end of the earth all the way to the other end. So what does that mean? The entire earth is going to be filled up with the 12 tribes of Israel. Right? Go ahead.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy father have known.
And those other gods are the people in East India serving the Hindu god, right? The people in Europe serving Catholicism, right? The people in America serving Christianity, right? And Catholicism. Everything's here in America.
Right.
You got all the flavors of idol worship here. Right? Come on, go ahead.
Even wood and stone.
And the wood and stone. You know, we see that with the people wearing the rosaries around their neck, right? When I was a child, I was wearing that too. I thought it was a cool thing to do. Right? I was like, I gotta give me a rosary. You go to the flea market, right? Put that on, and you're like, oh, it's God too? So it's cool and it's God? Right? Because that's what I was thinking. Right? But we know that it's a graven image. Right? When I look at it now, I'm like, man, why would I want to be wearing something that our king died on? Right?
I say that all the time. Yeah, I say that every single time. Every time when I see that cross, man, it irks my spirit so much when I see people wear it. It's because they don't know the history behind it, the meaning behind that cross.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, our people walk on in foolishness. You know, they walk with vile imaginations, thinking that cross is gonna make them redeem them to be righteous. But in the end, all it is just a weapon that was used against Yahushua to kill him.
When somebody in my family passed away, I wouldn't want to be walking around with the casket they was in on my neck.
Right. And it's like this. I always, propose this to people when I talk to them about the cross. I always ask them if one of your loved ones was gunned down, right? Would you be wearing the same weapon that your loved one was gunned down with around your neck as a medallion to show love for them? No, you wouldn't. You would revile that weapon. You wouldn't want to be associated with that thing at all. But our people don't know this, because their lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. So read that.
No, you go. It's a lot.
So go back to read that 28:64 one more time.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. And the Most High shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even to the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
So we know that this happened. We're living this right now. Right? During that time, Moses and told the 12 tribes of Israel, they were all right there on Mount Zion at that time. Right? So we know this thing came to pass. We live in what came to pass now. Right? So I got a really interesting video here. We might have to set up camp in Alaska, y'all boys. Right? Get your winter coats, right? Get the furs ready. Right? Get the winter coats and the furs ready. Because you might have to be setting up camp in Alaska. LOZ Alaska. Right? LOZ Anchorage. Right? Right? We're going to have to go there during the 6 months of daylight. Because it's 6 months of nighttime over there. Right? So y'all get ready. LOZ Alaska coming soon. Most I will. Right? So let's check this out. One second. Okay, I see what he did. There you go. There it is. Here's Alaska. We out here in Alaska. And look at the title. Inside Alaska's most dangerous hood. Crazy.
What comes to mind?
Weird. Probably a lot of white people.
So this is them talking to the different Jakes, in LA right here, saying what comes to mind. We got Edomites in this as well, right? What comes to mind when you think of Alaska, right? Because all Jakes think the same. And excuse the language, family. You already know. Jake love using the appropriate words, right? So
fair use.
Fair use.
Bears. Cold as motherfucker. Again, here's Ella Snow and birds. It's cold. I don't know.
No, yeah, like it being dark all the time.
It's probably cold. This ain't got no drip. Just don't want to come outside.
Do you think there's a lot of black people there?
No, I was gonna say no, to be honest.
Do you think there's niggas?
Hell no.
So I had to speed it up a little bit, because the fair use and stuff. So I sped it up just so we don't get strike or anything like that, because they be watching.
No, I don't like for sure, but I know it's too cold. Dog, you got like a limit.
Do you think there's hoods there?
It probably is though. I can't say that, brothers. Man, it's thugging everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just money everywhere, so I'm sure there's a couple niggas out there getting busy.
I wanted to find out for myself, so I got in contact with the local rapper and traveled all the way right here to Anchorage, Alaska. Let's go talk to the locals and let's go see what's really going on in Alaska. Let's go.
Bro, straight Jake, man.
Tell him, yeah, tell him.
Yes, son?
You look at this scene from the moment. Look at this brother. Look at him. Look at that ski masked up with the grills in his mouth.
That's crazy.
In the middle of the hood. Look. Listen, man. Where you go, Jake in the hood is always the same. They operate the same way. You may think, I would never believe that brothers in Alaska will operate the same way as they do in Six Trunk or Pompano, you know what I'm saying? Or Dade County.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think they'll operate in a different light, but no, they move in the same They move in the same way. No matter where we still operate in the same way, which is crazy to even think about. You know what I'm saying?
God.
the fact that this brother got a ski mask on, from the moment I seen the ski mask in the grills, I already knew, man.
It's below something degrees over there.
Right.
And they out there still doing Jake.
Right.
Right?
At least they wearing a mask. It makes sense. It's cold out there. You know what I'm saying? You got Jake, in Miami wearing ski masks, and it's 90 degrees outside.
Mm-hmm.
At least they got a good reason for wearing it. You know what I'm saying? It's cold out there. It look very cold. It look like they doing it reasonably, but.
Mm-hmm. And if you're just coming into the class, we looking at Jake in Alaska doing Jake things.
Right.
Right? That's how you know we got a lot of work to do.
Right.
Right? Come on. So, you can get that thing, turn it down a little bit. The
What?
remote.
The remote?
Yeah.
What?
TV.
Come on.
So let's look at this real
Where
quick.
we at, man? It's the Fairview, where I grew up. Bro, turn around, it's my first ever house in Fairview. It used to be green and not look nothing like that at all. Hell yeah.
You turn it a little bit.
So the way I found this is like I was on TikTok scrolling, and then I think I saw your video. You
Look, rolling up.
and then I was like, oh shit, Alaska. So I clicked on the page, and the next video was like niggas in Alaska.
Yo, look at this.
I was like, damn, nigga, like after all the YouTube videos I see.
That is crazy.
That's wild, man.
In Alaska. So no matter where we go, we still can be doing wickedness. You see the brother over there, rolling up the trees, right? Going in. So it doesn't matter where we go. It's about what you're doing, where you at, right?
I never seen niggas. You know what I'm saying? I just saw black people, but I never seen niggas. And I was like, okay, it's lit. So tell us where you're going right now.
No, you good. I'm just shocked that he was like, the fact that he said, I'm not looking for black people, I'm looking for niggas.
That's crazy.
So that lets him know that those are two different types of people.
Mm-hmm.
Two people operating in a different manner.
Mm-hmm.
He looking for the niggas, the drug dealers, the road nut,
Crazy.
the shooters, the killers, the robbers. That's what he's looking for. He ain't looking for the sophisticated Jake that's probably running a business and got a family and trying to hold it down as a respectable black man in America. But nah, he looking for the destroy. That's what he's really looking for. You know what I'm saying?
God.
We used to come around here every single day. I used to live over there. It's the best part of the hood. Don't get it fucked up. It's the best part.
It's the best part of the hood. They are in Alaska.
This is Fairview. I grew up right there, and then we literally moved across the street to these apartments right here. Y'all gotta know the outside point of view, right? The whole rest of the 49 states, they don't know that there's, just like me, that there's niggas here, right? Do y'all ever feel isolated or like left out of the U.S.? Not in the U.S. I feel out of the music scene, yes, we get left out. We're not like everybody else. Like, we got our own politics. Yeah, we different. Like, we different. So okay. Not to mention, like, Anchorage like a melting pot. You got every type of nigga here. You got Florida here, got niggas from Chicago here. It's a melting pot. So all y'all grew up there? I grew up here. I moved here when I was in 5th grade, so I grew up here, but this is my home. How'd y'all end up here? Shit, you know what's funny? My dad's car is right there. My dad lives right here. Okay. Hey, I ain't supposed to be over here though. So you see number 12? That's my house. That's my second house. Oh, we live here. And you used to run around here when you was a kid? I used to do backflips off that fence. Yeah. And when we sneak back in, I remember right here. So let me ask, how did all y'all meet? I met Rose at the Rexford. He used to come move, you know what I'm saying? His dad worked here. He grew up here. Like this one nigga that I've known that everybody. Right. How did your family end up here? Oh, my family's not here. Just my dad. Okay. And how did?
My mom was interested type shit. She from Chicago. She got pregnant when she was young type shit. And her 18s type shit living up here. So when my dad sent her out here to come up here, she just never left type shit. Like Alaska just became where's it at? You feel me? She started.
Wow, you see this? You see what's going on? Right? You got people out in Alaska doing the things that the Most High telling us not to do, man. Right? So let me get Jeremiah 4:22 real fast. Right? And Shalom, soldiers of Zion, Shalom, brothers, Shalom, Lord Gamaz. Good to see you, family. Yeah, it is sad, King. It is sad, man. No matter where we at, we could be in the freezing cold, we could be in the blazing desert, We still gonna have Jake's out here. And the video ain't even over yet. We ain't even finished. They got a corner store there, and guess who in the corner store? Moab. In the corner store. They leeching off of us. Wherever we go, that's where they had to get the money.
Right. Prophet Michael J.
Crazy, man. So read that Jeremiah 4:22.
4:22?
Come on.
It's the book.
Come on, get that.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
For my people is foolish. They have not known me.
Mm-hmm.
They are sottish children.
All right, so we see that they are sottish children, right? What's the definition of sottish? Let me get that really fast. The definition of sottish. Let me get that. I'll get it real quick, King. Let me get the definition of sottish. So in the normal definition says a habitual. Wait 1 second. It says drunken, also doltish or stupid. So the Most High calling us stupid right here, right? He said, read it again.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
For my people is foolish.
Mm-hmm.
They have not known me. They are sottish children.
We are stupid children, right? As a nation of people, we are stupid children, right? Which means just not having knowledge. Not an offense, but we just lack knowledge. Right? Go ahead.
And they have none understanding. They are all wise to do evil.
They are wise to do what?
They are wise to do evil.
They're doing it in Alaska?
They are wise to do evil.
They're doing it in Jamaica?
They are wise to do evil.
They're doing it in East India?
They are wise to do evil.
Right? So evil doesn't need a place for it to be done. We know that our people are out here doing wickedness throughout the four corners of the earth.
Right.
And it's our job, man, as the watchmen, to advise them not to do it again. Right? To be the Most High's mountaineers, those watchmen.
Yeah.
Right? So come, let's get back to the video. Let's see what's going on in Alaska. Let's see.
It was gonna be safer type shit. That was gonna be a safer, better growing up.
Even the vernacular they use.
Damn near no, it was the same shit.
That's not shit. Sounds like more opportunity. Like when you think of Alaska, you think of like mountains and cookie shit.
Do y'all think there's more opportunity here?
Yeah, for sure. Not like in music.
I mean, it
Kind of skip forward past it a little bit.
What? If you don't know Mr. Elgin, you is not prepared. Hey, we're gonna take you to Scotty too. Let's do it.
I'm just skipping through it a little bit.
What do you gotta say to like people who just like watching and think that, oh, Alaska ain't hood or ain't got no hood, there's not even no niggas there, like instead of
ignorance, yeah, you gotta come up here and you find out for yourself, and then I guarantee your perspective change.
Yeah.
If you gonna come up here like a super tough nigga, and one of these Alaska,
the homie, yeah.
Then now you gotta go back home, nigga, with that story you don't want to tell.
Yeah, exactly.
With that story you don't want to tell no more.
It's crazy.
Dude, especially in conditions like this. And not really people like, come out here.
Yeah.
I grew up playing against the niggas too. You feel me? So
Yeah.
that good
Ain't it wild? Cause like niggas might not think that they big and compared to the numbers of the rest of the world, but when you got that city look,
Kind of fast forward through it a little
like
bit.
the river, there's niggas there, but not.
damn.
Yeah.
Talking to y'all like, yeah, for sure. And then y'all see how normal it is.
This them at the corner store now. Look at the corner. Look inside the corner store. Look like look at that. Look who at the front desk. Moab. We got Moab at the front desk, man. Right? Come on, that's going into this curses, man. They'll just be around us, leeching off of us, man. Right? Every community we set up, they're gonna be there within the community. Right? Selling all the foolishness and doing all the foolish things to us, right? You see this?
Come on.
They all up in the corners there.
Whatever you want me to get you come over here, get your drink, bro. You don't know about the food, bro. You're not happy, bro. We in here every single day.
I just like to rent out the number. So like it's like you need something quick, whether it's like grocery or whatever, you got food, heat it up. Oh shit, you got clothes, you got hookah, jewelry, you know what I'm saying? This icebox mixed with the mall, mixed with Walmart, mixed with the damn smoke shop, all in one, bro. Okay, yeah. You know, this
Just like any other corner.
This is like a bodega. For real, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Same vibe. And you even got samurai swords, bro.
Get yourself a nice little bunch of
Okay. And we got icebox of this too, bro. We got the APs, got the rollies.
You look at you on this poster.
I think I see you up there.
The hell you do?
Right, so we see that our people are out in Alaska, man. We got a lot of work to do.
Right.
Most times when they see a video, you know, and wake up to the truth and set something up in Alaska for our people to be woken up. Right? It's crazy. So let me get Hebrews or Psalms 106 and 35. Psalms 106 and 35. Right? This just shows that we have a lot of work to do as a nation, family. Right? And, you know, we've been seeing some things on the internet going down. You know, our people our camps going against each other. But this is bigger than us, man. This is bigger than any camp. Right? Go ahead, read that.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 106 and verse 35. You want me to start at 34? They did not show the nations according to whom the Lord commanded them.
No, you start there.
Okay, verse 35. But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works.
Right? So we see that we are mingled among the heathen, no matter where we go. Right? We mingled among the heathen. Right? Keep reading.
And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them.
Right? We know that serving our idols is a trap for us. Right? It might not be a physical trap. It could be, it's a spiritual trap. Right? Which can manifest physically. Right? To us getting jacked up. Right? So let me get Hebrews 10 and 25. Hebrews 10 and 25. Right? That's why it's important for us to get together, man. Right? Because no one else is going to help you in this thing. Except for your people. Right? You can't go up to an Edomite and say, you know, we the 12 tribes, this and that, and expect them to want to help you with this thing. Right? Because our uplifting is their downfall. Right? Oh, so go ahead.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 25. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see this day approaching.
Come on. So we can't forsake the assembling of ourselves together. Right? We can't assemble ourselves together in wickedness no more. Right? As we've seen the brothers doing in Alaska. Right? You got something?
Can you give me Jeremiah 5 and verse 3? Like, it's just very funny to me, like, seeing that corner store, because, you know, when I was younger, we moved quite a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I got to be in different hoods, you know, in the same, different hoods in Florida, in the Fort Lauderdale area, and all the corner stores are literally set up the same way. And I believe wholeheartedly that all those things that are in that store is a distraction to our people. You know what I'm saying? To sway us from, you know, really learning about ourselves and really start looking at the bigger picture. Because you go in that store, like, you see the fancy jewelry, you see the food in there, like, listen to what the brother just said. You know, they hang out there every day, like, all day. And, you know, in Six Trunk right now, I could name 2 corner stores where Jake is just hanging outside of these stores all day. Even when they close, there's some Jake that even sleep near the corner store. Just so when the corner store open up again, they vibing at the corner store again. Brothers get off work, they at the corner store again. Hey man, how your wife doing, brother? How she doing? I don't really know too much, you know what I'm saying? I've been at the corner store all day, man. I've been chilling and vibing, drinking and vibing. You know, it's the same perpetual thing with our people, no matter where we are. Give me that, Jeremiah 5 and 2.
Come on, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5 and verse 2. And though they say the Most High liveth, surely they swear falsely.
Come. Read that. Stop.
O Lord, are not thine eyes upon the truth? Thou hast stricken them.
Thou hast what?
Stricken them.
The Most High stricken us, man. He scattered us abroad, and He strengthened us spiritually, financially, emotionally, physically, all these things. Prime example in Alaska. These jakes are not sitting up on top. You would think that because they're in Alaska that they may have a chance to financially excel, to be different. But no, but they're stricken by the Most High. Read on.
Thou hast stricken them, but they have not grieved.
But they're not grieved. You see how they talking about? Man, we different. No, you're not. You're the same just like any other jake. That's stuck in the hood across the four corners of the earth.
And that's the thing with our people. We wanna hold on to something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We wanna hold on to something. If we don't got nothing, we gonna hold on to something.
Right.
Right. And our people don't realize that we have the creator of everything before us to hold on to.
Right.
Right? That's very important. Come on, you got something slow.
You keep going on the precept. It's going to talk about that.
But they have not grieved. Thou hast consumed them.
Thou what?
Consumed them.
The Most High consumed us, man. He destroyed us, we don't.
But they have refused to receive correction.
But we still consider to refuse correction from the Lord.
Come.
Time and time again, we have been told, hey, y'all need to tighten up.
Come.
Tighten up.
Come.
Israel, you better tighten up. Or I'm going to scatter you across the four corners of the earth.
And brothers is dying left and right. No one understanding judgment right now.
Right.
No one understanding why these things are happening. They're thinking because Pookie did something to him. That's what it really was.
Right.
Nah, it's deeper than rap. Come on, go ahead.
And it's funny to me, like, just like how they talking about, these Alaska dudes, we different. We built tough. Just like in Chicago. O-Block. Every hood. And the funny thing about it, the mentality of the hood nigga is everywhere. It's in the mentality of the hood nigga is in every single hood. That they the toughest. They got the toughest hood.
If they didn't show us the snow in the polar bears and stuff, we wouldn't realize that they was in Alaska.
Right.
We would think, oh, that's just brothers living in Ohio or something. Right. That's literally in Alaska, and they over there repping Anchorage. This Fairview right here. Right. And talking about the big homies in Anchorage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come on.
You can continue on reading that.
Come on. Thou hast consumed them, but they have refused to receive correction.
Right. We refuse to receive correction,
They have made their faces harder than a rock. They have refused to return.
We have refused to return, but it gets even deeper than that,
Therefore I said, surely these are poor.
These are what?
These are poor.
These are poor. These are bad things. These are horrible things. Read on.
They are foolish.
They are what?
Foolish.
Read on.
For they know not the way of the Most High.
For they know not the way of the Most High. Read on.
Nor the judgment of their power.
And nor the judgment of the Most High. And one of the main judgments that was given unto us is that we will be scattered. Abroad across the four corners of this earth. In Alaska, we will still be the same. In Ohio, we will still be the same. In Idaho, we'll still be the same. In Montana, we will still be the same. Stuck in the slums, the sticks, the slums, and the ghettos. We will all be the same way no matter how far we are scattered across this earth.
And another way that we're scattered as well is through the skin tones.
Oh, absolutely.
We're scattered through our skin tones now, right? The lighter you are, the more quote-unquote good you look, or the more good you are, right? I know there's this meme on, I guess it was like a South Park video game, and it had like a difficulty level, right? And it had like white was easy, and then when you went the difficulty level to dark skin, it was very hard.
That's
right. And that's a true statement. It's a joke for South Park in the video game they had, right? But that's a true statement of what's going on, right? But we all going through it together. But we go into that colorism thing amongst ourselves, right? They always had light skin jokes and dark skin jokes in high school, up until now, right? They say light skins are more soft and dark skins are more tough, right? The colorism thing is another degree of separation that our people went through, right? But go to Jeremiah 12:9. Go to Jeremiah 12:9. Right? And that's the thing too. Like a lot of people may suspect someone of a lighter skin tone or even look like an Edomite, and they're not. Their Jake is a father. Their Jake is a brother. Their father is a brother. Right? That's what I meant. Got a little tongue tied. Oh. Come on, go ahead.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, and verse 9.
Uh-huh.
My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
And what that means, a speckled bird. That means different shades, different colors, right? Like what I'm visualizing is like the what's that bird that has like the feathers that go up like this?
A flamingo.
No.
I mean, not a parakeet. A peacock.
Peacock.
Yes.
Wow. We like a peacock with all the different colors, different shades, man.
Right.
Right. We gonna show some videos too on that. Keep reading.
Come on. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
Uh-huh.
The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field. Come to devour.
Right. So the point of that scripture right there is going into the different shades that our people are coming. Right. We're like a speckled bird unto the Most High. Right. Come on. Go to Hosea chapter 7 verse 8. Unless you had something.
I have one real quick. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 8. Almost high. To us belongeth confusion of face.
That's a beautiful precept. The confusion of faces. Right? Brothers could be at camp and be talking to a jig and not even know it.
Matter of fact, let me start at verse 7.
Come on, go ahead.
Almost high. Righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces. As at this day to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and unto all Israel that are near, that are far off, through all the countries whither thou hast driven them, because of their trespass, that they have trespassed against thee.
Con. So we see that, the confusion of faces. And I'm going to show you a video real fast of a crazy confusion of face. Right? Because you would think, if I was at camp, I'd be like, wow, that's an Edomite. Right? But the thing is, we got to go off the spirit. We got to test the spirit by the spirit. We got to move in the spirit, man. We can't go into the flesh. Your spirit doesn't have melanin on it. I'm going to repeat that. Your spirit doesn't have melanin on it, but your flesh has melanin. Remember that.
That's real, man.
Right? So let's watch this. 1 second. Come on, there you go. Check this out.
My biological father is African American. I'm gonna break it down for you because I know what you're thinking. This girl is insane. There's no way. She has green eyes, very light skin, and blonde hair. Like, there's no way. Growing up as a kid, I always got, that's your stepdad, you must be adopted. This video is honestly for educational purposes to just let you know, like, people can look like me and be mixed. So let me break it down and show you my parents. Alrighty, here is me and my dad.
Okay, I can see it now.
His name's
I can see why.
Here's another photo. It's kind of blurry, but yes, he raised me my entire life from when I came out the womb. Here is another photo of us when I was younger. And this is my mom, so I definitely took after like her skin tone, her hair. I'm looking like a weird ass little baby in this pic, but this is my mom, again. Here is her when she was in her teenage years. So yeah, those are my parents. My dad actually had a paternity test after I was born. Not because he thought my mom was cheating, but just to make sure, because I did come out looking super fair, which is absolutely hilarious, honestly. One day somebody...
Shit, he was being a prudent man. He was a very prudent man doing that.
It was even crazy. It was even crazy to the father. The father that the woman came out like that. Right. That he had to even get a paternity test. Right?
Did you cheat on me? Did you lay with somebody else that I don't know about? Let me go get a paternity test. Come to find out that's your baby. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But that's a curse onto that's a curse, man.
And you know that colorism where it comes from, right? Let me actually get that in I got my book right here. That colorism, because we weren't calling each other white and black in ancient times. It started in a certain time period, and of course you already know the race that did that, right? That started that, right? It started in a certain time period. Let me get read verse. I mean, not verse, but page down to. Okay, no, just stop right here at that 8, and then start at during the middle. Just stop right there at that 8.
From the book of from Babylon Timbuktu on page 21. During the Middle Ages, the black nations of Africa and Asia had the greatest political, economical, educational, and military influence in the world. At this time, Europe existed in a state of darkness for 1,000 years.
So talking about the Dark Ages, when we were ruling, right? Go ahead.
In the 17th century and later, Europe began to emerge out of the slough of ignorance, and certain Germans and others conceived of themselves as belonging to a superior race.
So the Germans started to believe that they were the superior race, right? Go ahead.
Johann F. Blumenbach, a German, was the first to divide humanity on the basis of skin color.
So we see that the Germans or Edomites was the first to divide up humanity based on skin color, right? Go ahead.
Up to this time, no such attempts had been made. His classification set up a color line to the detriment of later generations.
So we see that comes from Johann Blumenbach, a German or an Edomite.
Blumenbach.
Right? Blumenbach. Right? We see that, right? So you know, these things are foreign to us, but we look at it, or they're foreign to in ancient times, but we look at it as a regular thing now. But the thing is, we're coming back to who we truly are, right? So Khan, let me get Hosea 7 and 8. Hosea 7 and 8.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 7, verse 8. Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people.
So this is how it happened. He mixed himself among the people. Go ahead.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
He is a cake not turned, right? And you know, we don't use those terms all the time. So let's see what a cake unturned looks like. Right? Let's see what a cake unturned looks like. 1 second.
Unbaked cake.
You see they skin tone from that cake. Right? So let's see. You see that? The cake unturned.
Wow, that's powerful. I just thought about that.
Like the cake unturned.
Like a pancake?
They didn't turn it over.
Yeah, they didn't turn it over. So the pancake will be, the other side of the pancake will be what? White?
It's not fully cooked.
Yeah, it's not. It don't have
as much melanin as the other side. Right. So we see Ephraimites. They definitely look like they could be of other nations, but they are Ephraimites, right? And that's why we have to go off Numbers 1 and 18, the house of the fathers, right? We try our best to go into the history, but if history is not working, then we go into your spirit, right? Where's your spirit at, right? We got to try the spirit by the spirit. Right?
Even if you look at, like, for example, Drake's son. If you didn't know that child belonged to Drake, you will consider him being an Edomite because of his the color of his hair, his eyes, his skin complexion. You would deem him to be almost an Edomite, but he's, according to the scriptures, he's an Israelite.
And that's why we can't go into the mindset of what Johann Blumenbach brought to the table, right? That colorism mindset. We have to go into that spiritual mindset, right? If you go into that colorism mindset, you may turn away somebody that the Most High actually wanted you to wake up, right? So if someone comes up to you looking like an Edomite, you have to ask them about a little bit of history and then go into their spirit. You know, it's very rough though. I know it's hard, right? But you definitely got to look into their spirit. Where does their spirit reside? You know what I'm saying? About what's going on. Right? And I have another video here. 1 second. Give me a second. Of the different faces of different nations as well. Let me get this video up for the family. 1 second. So these are different faces and the public faces of Brazil. Alright, now the hidden faces of Brazil. Alright, let me turn the music up. Right? The public faces of the Philippines. The hidden faces of the Philippines.
That's crazy.
The public faces of India. And the hidden faces of India. Right? The public faces of Afghanistan. Jake with a kufi on his head.
That's right.
Hidden faces of Afghanistan. Crazy. We all over the earth, man. Public faces of China. The hidden faces of China. That looks like it could be my grandma. Right?
That's wild, bro.
Look at that. The public faces of Cuba. The hidden faces of Cuba. Right? And I was told my history. Look at that. That's crazy, man. The public faces of Turkey. Jake down there frying some food in Turkey right now. Barbecue's going right now. Look at that. In Turkey. Right? It's amazing, man. It's amazing. Like these scriptures come to life before our very eyes. Right? This is prophecy right here. Right? This is amazing. Right?
Can I get the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 27? Because it's very, we have to be very mindful, like, of why what was the reason for us being scattered? You know what I'm saying? We have to really sit down and think about these things. You know what I'm saying? Take all things in the spiritual aspect and try to get understanding from it or wisdom from it. You know what I'm saying? So give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 27.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 27.
Uh-huh.
And the Most High shall scatter you among the nations.
Shall do what?
Shall scatter you among the nations.
And the Most High shall scatter us among the nations, you know.
And ye shall be left few in number among the heathen.
And we shall be left few among the heathen, you know.
Whither the Most High shall lead you.
Uh-huh.
And there you shall serve gods, the works of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell.
Nor smell, man. And this is all part of the stipulations for the contract that the Most High made with us. These contracts, and I'm realizing, every contract that the Most High has given us, He's always gave us that same stipulation or consequences every time. When we made a covenant with Him, if we don't listen, we're going to go into captivity. When we brought us in the wilderness in Egypt, keep my covenant, I'm going to throw you back in captivity. From time and time again, He keeps saying He's going to throw us back into captivity each and every time if we do not follow His laws. And this is why you have the public faces and the hidden faces of these areas, man. And we're scattered abroad in every single one. You see Jake in every single one of these countries. All four corners of the earth. I guarantee you can find some Jake in Ireland right now.
That's right.
You can find some Jake in Norway, in Iceland, in Greenland. You can find Jakes there without a doubt. But we have been scattered because we have been destroyed for lack of knowledge. We have been we've defiled ourselves by lusting after one another. We've destroyed ourselves. We have destroyed ourselves by following after false gods, false unliving gods, rather than serving the true living power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So we must repent and we must come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, so we can finally stop being scattered abroad and finally be brought to one place, which is Jerusalem, which is also Israel. So we can make it back home and finally call Israel our rest. Because this is not our rest. Everywhere we are, it is not our rest. We have been stricken, we have been grieved, we have been brought down to a low state.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But while we're being brought down to a low state, we have to praise the Most High anyways. We still have to praise the Most High even in our low state. You know what I'm saying? So I yield to my point. You got any more precepts?
Let me go to.
If anything, I got Ezekiel. Let me get Ezekiel 36:19. Because I gotta keep showing you guys these things because it's important. Throughout the scriptures, it keeps talking about that we were scattered abroad. Even Yahushua went to the ones that were scattered abroad. So what is it any different? What is it any different for us to do the same thing that Yahushua and the other disciples did? We have to go to Clewiston. We have to go to Fort Myers. We have to go to California. From South Beach to California Beach to Venice Beach. We have to go do the work of the Most High.
And we scattered worldwide. And, we got brothers fighting over one block.
Right, fighting over one block.
But we scattered worldwide. Hey, if anything, just go to Alaska, brother. It's prime foundation out there. You can go out there to Alaska, get your brothers woken up, take a little trip. Right? So it's very important that, we all, even though we don't see eye to eye on things, right, on everything, we can at least see eye to eye on keeping God's commandments, loving each other, right? We can at least see eye to eye on the faith of Christ, right? We got to see eye to eye on that, because that's not a good representation of the nation, right?
And that's one of the biggest things too. These other nations not going to respect us until we start getting ourselves together, man. Mm-hmm. And I'm big on that. Like, I want these other nations to respect and to basically, like how we fear the Most High, I want them to do the same. I want us, rather than, we know that fear is in the scriptures means respect, reverence unto the Most High. I want these other nations to think of us in that same light. Oh, those are the Most High's people. I can't touch them. I can't disrespect them in any way. I want them to fix the way they speak to us when we're in the room. They gotta talk different when we step in the room. Because at any given moment, if it gets wicked or carnal, it's going to be dealt with right then and there for the Most High's namesake. But we have to correct ourselves, and we have to start coming together. Because as long as we still have that scattered mindset that it's only me and mine and nobody else's, we're going to continue to stay destroyed.
We can't have that gang mindset.
Gang, right. You can't be fighting over a block. You can't be fighting over a block that you don't even own.
That's right.
I could never understand that concept of banging on a block, fighting over a county. Oh, I'm from Pompano. Oh, I'm from Oakland Park. Oh, we got to swallow. Teach your man how to swallow. Because of different areas y'all live in. Y'all still in the same dirt conditions. You still stricken. You still getting beat up by the cops every day. You got a foot around your neck. You got these other nations excelling in your hood, in your neighborhood. They doing renovations, putting condos in your hood, and you going and you being foolish. You're not even thinking about, how can I own this property over here so what my people can actually afford to pay rent? Because a lot of us is 1 foot in the door and 1 foot out the door in these rented apartments, man.
Let me get 1 Peter 3 in here real fast. Let's get into that for a quick second. We kind of going a little bearing our time. We on the spirit lead, right? So go ahead, read that.
It's the book of 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 8. Finally, be ye all of one mind, having compassion one of another.
Right? So we may not be of one mind on all things. But let's be one mind on this. Having what?
Having compassion one of another. Love as brethren. Be pitiful. Be courteous.
Can we have one mind on that? Right? Read.
Not rendering evil for evil.
What is that?
Not rendering evil for evil.
So if someone does something evil to you, what are you supposed to do?
Not render evil for evil.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, when the book is closed, who are you? Right? Keep reading.
Or railing for railing. But contrariwise, blessing, knowing that ye are thereunto called that ye should inherit a blessing.
So let me get 1 Corinthians 12 and 25. Shalom, Sister Yeshua, and and Brother Ezra, man. Good to see y'all, family. Hallelujah. Hopefully you see you this weekend, Sister Yushraya. 1 Corinthians 12 and 25, real quick.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
That there should be no schism in the body.
Mm-hmm. What body is that? Is that talking about the camp body? Which body is that, family online? Which body is that? Is that the camp's body? Right? Let's see what body that is. Go ahead, read it.
Come, that there should be no schism in the body, but that the members should have the same care one for another.
Just like how you care about yourself, you're supposed to care one for another the same way. Right? Go ahead, read.
Come. And whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it. Or one member be honored, all the members rejoice.
Right? So we see that if one member suffers, we all suffer. Right? And we see if one member is being honored, we all being honored. Right? If one member is being dishonored, or several members being dishonored, we all being dishonored. It's not about two different camps and what their ideologies are and what these things are. When they look at us, they're looking at the nation of Israel. They ain't looking at what camp is that or what letter is this on this camp. They're looking at, oh, those are Israelites fighting each other. Right? Keep reading.
Come on. And whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it. Or one member be honored, all the members rejoice with it. Now ye are the body of Yahushua.
That's the body that we are. We are the body of Hamashiach Yahushua. Right? Not the body of LOZ. Right? There is a body of LOZ, of course. But the main goal is to be of the body of Yahushua. Right? That's the bigger picture. Right? And how you look punching yourself in the eye. Have you ever punched yourself in the eye before? Right? Have you ever tripped yourself on purpose? Right? Have you ever just ran into a rail on purpose? Like just messed yourself up for no reason. Right? And that's what we're doing when we fight each other, we come against each other. We punching ourselves in the eye, man.
Right. And one thing you know that I've been watching these other nations how they operate, right? These big nations. And one thing they do, if they beef with one another, like say like two corporations beef with one another, they don't bring it out in the public, bro. They gonna sit down in a meeting room and talk about it, rather than beefing in the streets, taking in the streets. Will we continue to keep on the act of being a nigga? That's the issue. Do we still, if we're proclaimed to be Israelites, we have to walk as such. Now, Scripture talk about when you beefing with a brother, what you do with him? You take him to the side and you talk about it, man to man. Listen, and even if it was about the corner or what area they was in, they could have organized something together, man. They could have talked it out. They could have been respectful towards one another. Hey, what time you hold down the spot? Oh, okay, I see y'all hold down the spot. What time y'all gonna close up?
When y'all not here, you know what? I'm gonna go up there too.
Right.
After y'all done.
When y'all done, okay, bet. We gonna take y'all spot if that's cool with y'all, respectfully, because I don't want to step on anybody's toes or anything like that.
That's how we gotta operate, man. It would have been as simple as that instead of having a video of an all-out civil war. Right.
And we gotta keep. And whenever Israel has an issue, man, we need to keep it behind closed doors and not in the open for these other nations to see, man. Because you got brothers and sisters that are just coming into the truth, thinking that we're moving different, but when they see that, all they're gonna think is, oh, these brothers know better than anybody else. So if we got problems in the house, man, we keep it in the house. You're not supposed to be recording. Take it to the side and deal with it and talk about it as men.
Because when Yahushua come back, he ain't coming back to deliver one camp or that camp or this camp. Right? He's coming to deliver people from all across the world.
Right.
Right?
It don't say in the scriptures that LOZ shall be saved. It don't say that SOZ shall be saved. It don't say that all of WFI shall be saved. It don't say that SOT all shall be saved. No, it say all Israel shall be saved. It say Israel. It don't say all. It don't say IUIC, ISUPK, GMS, LOZ, IUIC, SOT, WFI. It don't say these specific groups or organizations. It say Israel. Not confined to one group, but the whole nation, man. So we gotta stop, man. We really have to stop this beefing thing, this beefing thing. Because to tell you the truth, I have a vision of one day we hold a joint feast of tabs. You know what I'm saying? Like I envision having SOT, Sakari, WFI holding feast of tabs with LOC, man. So we start coming together and building the nation, man.
That's right.
We have been scattered for too long. We had that mindset of being scattered and being on our own for too long, man. Now it's time to start building together, man. Forming together one whole nation.
That's right.
Not separate nations, but one whole nation together in unity and in one mind.
Actually, let me get that. Ezekiel chapter 20 and verse 33. And we'll end it off with that. Right? Because that's the whole point of this, man. We're doing this to get out of this. We're not supposed, that's like we all on the plantation and brothers is fighting each other for the last piece of unclean food they serving us. Right? We trying to fight. Like right now, it seems like brothers is fighting for resources. Right? The blocks, the amount of people that can come into their congregation. That's what they're fighting for. But we're not fighting for that, man. We're fighting to get out of this all together. And that's what we got to realize, man. We got to come together and actually just, even if we disagree and we don't come together on certain things, when we go out to camp, at least come together on that.
Right, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because we can't get in the middle of the Most High's work, man. That's getting in the middle of the Most High's work. We can't do those things, man. We got to settle disagreements with those things and do it off the camera.
Right.
Don't settle it with your hands, man.
Right, man. It didn't have to go there. We all one family, man. Whether you from whatever camp you from, you know that LOZ is gonna greet you out of the way. As long as you know that you're supposed to keep the law, statutes, commandments, you got your fringes on, and you an Israelite according to the scriptures. No matter what camp you from, we gonna show you love.
Because if all hell breaking loose, I'm gonna hope I see a brother with fringes on.
For real, man.
Jacob's trouble. I'm gonna hope I see a brother with fringes on. I would love to. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna see somebody. He got purple and gold on. Hell no.
Right.
He got fringes on. I know he's gonna do right by me because he believes in the Most High and he keeps the commandments. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come on, so let me get that Ezekiel chapter 20 verse 33.
Come on. It's the book of Ezekiel.
Yeah, Shalom, Shalom, brother Lion from Zion, Captain Kyron, powerful captain, man, pow. Right? So read that.
It's the book of Ezekiel chapter 20 and verse
33.
33. Salah. As I live, saith the Most High Power, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with a fury poured out will I rule over you, and I will bring you out from the people and will gather you out of the country.
Right? He's going to bring us out from that hood in Alaska. Right? Let me bring that up one more time. There are hoods in Alaska. Right? Let me get that real quick. Let me just bring that up. That was crazy. The hood in Alaska. Captain Kyron, you got to set up camp in Alaska. Get it ready. Most High willing. We got to go out there, LOZ, Anchorage, Alaska. We got to get that. We got to get that.
Let's explore your future.
Right? 1 second. Let me bring that up one more time.
And build websites. Study design and create logos.
1 second.
Improve.
But Northwest Coast. So you from Cali? Yeah. From Long Beach. Okay. Yeah, I see you rapping out here all the way over there. So how do you like staying over here compared to living in Long Beach?
They got hoods out in Alaska.
Like mainstream or like.
You know it's cold. Look how he's standing. Look how this brother's standing right here. You know it's cold out there.
Right.
I'm sure there's so much you folks around messing here. Oh damn. Shit.
Like they all got their own like politics.
Yes.
Because Anchorage probably is where you're gonna find. So if you go like this, Anchorage you probably gonna find like every day like.
They ain't rapping with the polar bears out there.
Okay, if you go to like Eagle River, there's niggas there, but not really. And then you go to Wasilla, it ain't really no
keep referring to themselves as niggas, man.
He said, I was in high school, I was the only nigga in here.
I was the only nigga.
It's crazy,
Only
man.
nigga in here.
God, look at this, man. They at the corner store. I can't get over this corner store. If they didn't go outside, I would think they was in America. Or they are in America. It's Alaska's a part of America. But if they went outside, I would think they was in California or something.
Oh, shit, you got clothes, you got hookah, jewelry, you know what I'm saying? This icebox mixed with the ball.
I can't get over this, man. When I see this video, I was like, wow, that's crazy.
It's a Walmart, bro. You come in with yourself with frozen food over there.
Look at that. Look at Yingling right there in the midst, right? Come on. So this is crazy, man. So let's go back to that Ezekiel. Real quick.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 20, verse 34.
Uh-huh.
And I will bring you out from the people and will gather you out of the country wherein you are scattered, with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face.
Can you imagine being in the wilderness and brothers is throwing blows with each other?
Strive with one another.
That's what I'm saying. We're here to rehearse the righteous acts, man. Right? So you gotta try to you gotta act it out the correct way, man. Because it ain't gonna be no acting in the wilderness.
Right, man.
It ain't gonna be no acting in the wilderness. Right? Come on, so read that.
Come. Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt.
Right? So we know this didn't happen yet. Because he said, like as I pleaded with your fathers in the land of Egypt. Right? And there's no biblical account of us being in the wilderness again. Right? Go ahead.
So will I plead with you, saith the Most High Power. And I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant.
He's going to bring us into the new covenant. Right? I thought we was already in it. Right? Read.
And I will purge out from among you the rebels.
The rebels. So there's going to be people that are going to be against the Most High still. After being beamed up from the chariots and beamed down in the wilderness. There's going to be people still rebelling.
Right.
So just imagine how hard-headed you have to be. So if there's going to be people that's on this earth right now going to be still rebelling after the miracles of the Most High, right? I'm lost for words, man. Go ahead, read.
Come. And I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant, and I will purge out from among you the rebels, and them that transgress against me. I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am the Most High.
And jump down to verse 41 real fast.
Verse 41. I will accept you with your sweet Savior, and I will bring you out from
when I bring you.
I will accept you with your sweet Savior when I bring you out from the people and gather you out of the countries wherein ye have been scattered, and I will be sanctified in you before the heathen.
Before the heathen. Right? He's going to separate us before the heathen. Right? Keep reading.
Come, and ye shall know that I am the Most High when I shall bring you into the land of Israel, into the country for the which I lifted up mine hand to give it to your fathers.
And let's get to Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13, unless you had something else. You got something?
Okay. Not that I have in my head.
Come on. Shalom, the mighty Captain Zamar. All praise be to the power him. All praises to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? Right? Shout out to Zamar, man. It's an inside joke. God, all praises. Hallelujah. All praise be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We got Wednesday Wisdom revitalized. We got some more things in store for the people.
Right.
Most High willing, we bring Wednesday Wisdom out, man. We bring it up to the ceiling with it. Right. So we gotta let the people know. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, man. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and tell a family member. Right. Come on, so go ahead, read that.
Ecclesiastes 12 verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep His commandments. For this is the whole duty of
Con, this is the whole duty of man. And most times when we get out there to Alaska to let them know that this is the whole duty of man.
Right.
I'm still amazed at the fact that brothers is gang banging in below negative whatever degree weather. Right?
Right, under 35 degrees Fahrenheit, man. It's freezing cold. It's basically freezing point, and they still outside drinking and jogging and thugging. Thugging.
And it's in the wintertime when we go to Lee County, it's a little cold out there.
Right.
Cold. So I can only imagine what they're going through in Alaska. Hallelujah, all praise be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We thank the family for coming out and supporting and watching, man. You know, all praise be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. This is your Captain Nathaniel Allah, and
this is Officer